What does my soul want to express this week? I started out by changing my scenery. Home feels like a place of rest in my eyes, in my brain, so I went to one of my favorite cafes. I got myself food that nourished my soul, and then I got into writing. Don't think, just go and start somewhere. I knew I'd been gaining less and less motivation on every single day, so asking myself fulfilling questions such as, what is my purpose, and what do I want to do long term? Once I have journaled enough, it seems like I have some sort of direction. Now, how can I get myself to do these things is another thing I was going to need to tackle in the upcoming days. I crave structure, although I'm not the best at it. So I started out by planning movement classes. Yoga is always one of my favorite grounding practices when I'm walking myself home. Trying to fit as much movement as I can, whether I'm at home or not at home. Just getting out and simply moving my body is so beneficial because guess what? I deserve to feel loved 24/7, no matter what. Working out first thing in the morning is one of my favorite ways to start my day. Something else that helps me return back home is confiding in those I love about how I'm feeling and how I'm struggling. This helps me feel like I have support, and asking for an accountability partner is always a beautiful blessing. I then focus on health and nutrition because if I'm not feeding myself healthy giving foods, how can I expect myself to feel like optimal? I love any whole foods, colorful plates, veggies, protein, anything nourishing to my soul. Content creation is another soul-driven activity I truly enjoy. I'm so grateful to be able to work in an area where I work with youth and I can document their growth because it always helps give me reminders of the soul. Simply just getting out in nature, whether it's a park, a body of water, or setting intentional time to be outside, being blessed by the sun, is so important. The sun heals us naturally, and so does the water. I keep thinking about how we are 60% water, so why wouldn't we be in more water more consistently, you know? This week, I'm simply grateful. Anytime I can find the time to place gratitude inward and out, it brings me to peace. Journaling what I'm grateful for, thinking and dancing about what I'm grateful for, will always bring me back home. These are simply the small steps I can take that allow me to plant seeds I know I am capable of continuing to water so they can blossom into the most beautiful lilies eventually a nourishing full ecosystem. So thank you for the space to let my soul flow. I couldn't be more grateful, and I'll see you guys so soon.